Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Space Engineers multiplayer slash single player. So the reason I'm saying slash single player is we are going to be technically playing quote-unquote multiplayer. The truth is most people probably will not join my game, and so be it. Why would I play multiplayer anyways if most people will not be joining my game? Main reason is because your world does not pause when you're opening certain interfaces, which is probably one of the most positive pluses for me, because I like to sit in the interface, watch things construct and craft, where if you're playing pure single player, it pauses and you gotta get out of the menu, go back and forth, things like that. So I kind of enjoy that. At the same time, I might have friends that might join us during the multiplayer, but that's up to them. So first we're going to go to New World. The reason we're doing a new Let's Play series is because my last multiplayer series got actually wiped, and I did a mini-series after that, but I was screwing around. People did not like the direction it was going in, so I thought I'd start fresh. We're going to go and do the Lone Survivor platform. So instead of spawning in a ship, we're going to spawn on a platform. It'll be a little harder start, but I think it'll be fair and fun. So let's go ahead and call this New Multiplayer slash SP series. There you go, for you guys. So we're going to have inventory size of 10. We're going to put everything to 3. We're going to put online mode to friends, if my friends like to join. And we're going to change, oh god, this one's annoying to change. We're going to try to change this to 512, but sometimes it doesn't go right on the dot. You're going to go back and forth. Oh, look at that, that was pretty good. Environmental, this is the new asteroid system. We're definitely going to do Cataclysm. We might go even further than that, but we'll have to see how that is at first. We're going to do our 16 large asteroids, recommended at 64-bit. Honestly, I wouldn't even do the 7 unless you're on 64-bit, but that's up to you. Auto healing off. We're going to do thrust damage on. Cargo ships are the new ships that spawn and move around. We are not, I'm going to repeat, we are not going to salvage them or take for, you know, that kind of use. Now, I might take components out of their cargo containers and hijack those kind of things, but I will not salvage any of the ship components. I might actually take them and smash them into the side of an asteroid for fun, take some guns and shoot the hell out of it for fun. But once again, I will not salvage the ship for parts. I do not want to do that. I feel that that's going a little too far and killing a lot of the survival for me. Weapons enabled, autosave off, because you don't want that lag happening. They are going to fix that in the near future. I've also disabled auto healing. And there we go. We're going to start creating our world. So of course this takes a couple of minutes. Yeah, that's just the fun of it. I mean, it is generating the asteroids themselves, and of course the biggest part is it's loading the entire universe. That's how this game runs. It's not like Minecraft where it loads, you know, a few chunks, and for example, it loads the entire, you know, universe. So yeah, I was doing another Let's Play series, and it was single player, and I only did 5 episodes, and they weren't really popular, and I decided I'd just unlist them because it was kind of embarrassing. I was screwing around. I was at the time not even caring to play as much. I was just too busy and absorbed in Elder Scrolls Online, which I'm still really into, but now that I'm not like 100% absorbed into it, I feel like I have a little more freedom and creativity to play this without playing it only because the purpose was to just make a video, if you get what I mean. And I feel shameful for doing that. I shouldn't have done anything if I wasn't really prepared to play, so please forgive me. So, here we start. So, this is a fresh game. I play these games to show you, as a brand new player, what there is. So here is one of the brand new cargo ships, Military Mine Slayer. He doesn't probably actually place mines right now, just because I'm pretty sure all that technical stuff's not even possible at this time, but it's a cool little ship name there. So we start in a platform. The platform offers us even a small ship block to get started, which is kind of cool. You got your cloning facility, you got your gravity generator, you got your nuclear reactor, which does not have a lot of power in it, but enough to get you started. It looks like they increased it a bit. You got your assembler and your refinery, and pretty much every ingredient needed to start in a universe like this. And you also get a little console, which is great because you can hit T on it my goodness. What the hell? Okay. So that was probably our very first experience with asteroids. Oh my god, I thought when it was like rare and stuff it was going to happen once like in a week. I did not know the Cataclysm one would happen that often. Okay, so right off the bat we're going to have issues because we're going to end up losing this base pretty early, I think. Hopefully not, but well, you just saw how close I was to death there, so yeah, we're going to lose this base pretty fast. Okay, well, let's get started and see how long this lasts before we lose everything. If we lose everything, we can start in a cargo ship and then we'll build inside an asteroid rather than out in the open here. But let's see how far we can, you know, survive. That'll be a fun little test. Damn it, that was the coolest and scariest and insanest thing I've seen so far in the game. Okay, so when you start in the game, you want to hit G, and this is basically your toolbar configuration. Did I just see another one zip past? Oh my god! What the No freaking way. I had just lost everything. Like, at this point, there is no way I can start again. Like, that's it. I've lost everything possible. Okay, well, we're gonna do a different starting here. Basically, what we're gonna do now at this point, since we've lost everything, is we're gonna abandon this base. We're gonna go like this, and when I mean abandon, we're gonna shut down everything here, and we're gonna hit the backspace here. And we're gonna commit suicide. Yes, we do want to commit suicide. And what's gonna happen here is we're gonna spawn in a ship. And the ship, oh my god, you can see the asteroids flying through space. The ship basically has everything you need that you just saw there. And oh my goodness, look at the asteroids just flying everywhere. So before we get started, we want to see how much fuel we have. So we're going to hit K, and we're going to go to inventory, and we're going to see we have 0.2 kilograms. So what we want to do is we're going to make it to an asteroid, but we want to actually live inside the asteroid. So what we're going to do is we're going to fuel up here, or gas up, and we're going to hit Z. So our inertia dampeners are off. The reason for this is you don't want to waste fuel. We only have 5 minutes on the right there. If we let go now and just let the inertia carry us, we have 2 days worth of fuel because we're not wasting it at this point. So what we're going to do is, hopefully without getting blown up instantly, where, oh my god, I can't believe what just happened there. That was amazing. You know, where we just lost everything. Yeah. I'm gonna have to change the name to this, like multiplayer asteroid survival or something. Man, that was really, I can't believe my beginning was like that. So yeah, I would suggest if you're playing this, you disable those for now, or enable them, but you probably want to do the ship starting, and you probably are going to want to live inside an asteroid instead. And now I was pretty sure we were going to make this, but I guess not. There we go. I think I was going to skin it by a bit, so we're just going to forcefully keep going here. There we go. This one has a nice asteroid. And you probably don't even want to be on the surface of the asteroid. Okay, so that's an asteroid coming by. Actually, those are called asteroids. What do you call those? Meteors. Meteors. There you go. That was definitely a meteor coming by. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our inertias on. We're going to stop and turn them off. And we're going to go into this asteroid right here. Basically, our job is to try to survive by going into an asteroid and living inside an asteroid without getting owned to death by a meteor. Oh man, my heart is just pounding. Talk about like playing hardcore like Diablo here. Damn. Okay, so now in here manually here. Now when I say you want to live in here, you're probably going to want to live deep in here. Okay, this is not probably the world's best asteroid, just because you got things that can come and get you, and this is why you're gonna have to be a bit smart and go upwards here probably. You want to kind of bury yourself in the asteroid, because what happens if a meteor shower comes right through that or that, right? You get what I mean? So you're gonna hold Alt, look at your bottom just so you can get a better positioning here. And you're gonna, oops, you don't want to damage your ship. Ow. I don't know how much of my front I'm damaging, but whatever. Now I'm gonna want to somehow bury myself if I can. Yeah, this is not working well, is it? Because I'm so big. Apologize for the lighting there. It does that in this game. This is not the world's best asteroid for this, is it? Oh, here you go. You know what? We're gonna try to see and bury ourselves in here a bit more. Honestly, I would probably, if I were you, bury your ship as much as you can into the asteroid. Take even a wee bit of damage if need to. You want to make sure you don't get owned by a meteor shower here. I think one of the big jobs that you're going to want to do once you get fuel and everything running is you're probably going to want to build a wall, like a station, right in front of the entrances and block anything coming in and out, because you're going to want to protect it. This will actually give us a reason to work on things like hydraulics, though. Ooh. So now that we feel pretty safe, we have 1 day of fuel, it feels safe here. We're going to keep our thrusters and everything on. A lot of people would say don't, but I will. You hit T to eject from your ship, and there you go. So we can check out our nuclear reactor. We know we had 0.2 fuel, now we have 0.1. We're doing great. So we're going to go back to G like I was saying before we got owned like crazy. And we're just going to right-click these off our bar. And we're going to take our tools. Basically, you have a little inventory up here. And your tools will show up. And you can basically grab yourself a welder, a grinder, and a hand drill. And this is what you start with every time you die. And this is all that you start with. And then you can basically go out and mine. And when you have the grinder or the drill in your hand, you'll see ore names come up. See how they pop up there in front of you to help you track down ores. So, if you're using this ship, one thing I would recommend is you can hit K on any interface to look at basically your entire ship interface, and go ahead and increase your gravity settings all times. As far as I know, this does not affect your power usage. Or from what I can tell so far from doing this. The reason we're doing this is we're making something called a gravity well. And a gravity well is the ability to basically put gravity when you're mining, where your ores don't float away, instead it sits in a pocket. And so right now you can see I have this gravity well. Hopefully you guys can hear me. The in-game sounds sometimes are pretty loud. And you're going to hit L to turn on a little light. It's not the best light ever, but it works. And if we're doing stuff right, which we are, you can see that our uranium, which is probably the most important ore that you want to mine right away, is actually at our feet. If you don't have a gravity well and you're not this lucky, these ores go flying around. I suggest while mining, you hold down your T key. It'll capture some. You won't capture all of it. You won't even capture most of it. But you'll capture some while you're mining. And that way you can float around and find more. I'm going to show you some more tips on how to mine without gravity later on. And that'll help you be able to I literally said be able to mine a little bit better without the risk of losing all your ores. There you go. So if you look at the bottom left, you see your volume. Right now, if I was playing 1x, my volume would be max. If you're playing 3x, I think it's 14,000. And if you're playing at 10x, it's 40,000 volume you can hold. So we actually have a decent amount here just to even get us started. And in fact, you know what? We probably shouldn't take chances in this game when you're starting early. Just be, smart and, let's get this done. So another tip when building in an asteroid like this, we are hoping that we'll be protected like this. In fact, our most precious things are exposed right now, which is meh, whatever. I'm taking the risk. But I would suggest, though, you probably aim your refinery in the back there. Also, don't pick an asteroid with thin holes like this. I mean, even the walls, because let's just say we buried ourselves here and there's like 2 feet of asteroid there, a meteor might be able to still penetrate it into those. So just some tips I can think off the top of my head. So this is basically just our little junker that you start with, and we're finding the door, which should be right here. And we're gonna go in and hit our gravity back on, and what we're gonna do is take our uranium and we're gonna go and hit K on the refinery down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to just take our uranium, and it's going to actually process it into uranium. And you can actually see how fast it's processing. So we have half of what we started with right now on the ship processed. And to give you an idea, if you lose power, notice before I disabled the reactor, I could have turned it off too. The reason I did that is because this is your medical terminal. Your medical terminal is so important to you. Basically, without the medical terminal, you don't spawn in your ship anymore. When it is actually happening, if you spawn randomly in a new ship just like this. So you want to keep your ship powered, and that way you can spawn in this. Now, it's a bit cheap that you can spawn in multiple ships or on limited ships, and then you bring them to a destination and salvage them and stuff like that. If you want to do that, that's your gameplay. Find your own rules, but you know, being an administrator, especially like what I like doing as I like administrating, it's a bit harder because only a lot of people end up trying to do that. It's like, no, we have rules against that. It's hard to administrate this game at this point, but down the road, they're going to probably fix this. I have some suggestions and ideas that we're highly considering about that, which would be like, a beta play kind of thing, and it'd be probably an option where you can disable the ability to salvage a ship or just give you parts from it. So look at how much uranium we've already got. This is more than enough uranium to power up the ship. So at this point, I think the most important thing that we can possibly do, especially after what we just saw, is we need to start getting iron. Now this is iron here, I'm pretty sure. And I haven't played in like a few days here. So get my bearings here. I is your inventory, by the way. Element table Cody thingy-mabopper. There you go. So we just go ahead and we go and mine this. Now this is not the only way to mine. The actual best way at this point to mine is to make a small miner ship, which is something that we will do. And that will be our, I wouldn't say ultimate goal, but will be one of our goals that we want to perform in the next few episodes. And it might take a few episodes, but you know, with my experience with playing this game for quite a while, hopefully I can speed it up along so you guys aren't as boring and bored watching me just do nothing but, hey, let's learn how to mine today, every day. Because that would get boring over time. There we go. Now you saw how weak that basic armor was on the station platform. Those asteroids ate through it, or I shouldn't say asteroids, they're meteors. Ate through them like nothing. Dude, the size of them, they could have been asteroids, in my own terms. But anyways, they I guess they're technically called meteors. Those meteors basically ate through the hull of that station like nothing. And that means we're going to have to probably use some heavy hull. And, which that's not a big deal, but it is a big deal in costs. It'll take us a while to build up enough that we can actually start building enough hull material to actually fortify all the entrances and exits of this asteroid. So what we might do first is put a couple heavy plates on the ship itself, and then what we'll do after is just go ahead and build like a station platform inside the asteroid, and then build walls around it, and then maybe even do the entrances and exits over time. Something like that. But let's just hope we don't die in here. I kind of want to take a little visit outside just to see how things are going. Anyways, so we're out of gravity. Gravity range is pretty decent, to be honest. And please remember this game is in like an alpha/beta. Which means there's going to be bugs, there's going to be issues, and it's always developing. Oh my god! Okay, Now you know why it's not safe out here. Did you see how close those things skin me? It's honestly not even safe to stand out here. I almost got hit by one of those. That's like that video. There's footage of a skydiver where a meteor actually passed him. Like, he was actually skydiving and a piece of meteor just like skinned by him like a few meters away and was captured on film. It was like the coolest thing ever. Unfortunately, I don't think they were able to find it on the ground. They've tried, but it probably impacted deep enough into the ground where it's probably like a good meter under ground, and you know, unless they can find the exact little hole, it's probably caved in a wee bit. They probably never will find it, but just the thought of that happening. It can happen in our world. It can happen even in this fake world. So when we first build, we're putting the iron in first. You can see it building over here. We can go up here to our assembler, or you don't actually have to go to it. You can go to production. And basically, anything in red means you can't build. But we're going to do the steel plates, and we're going to actually repeat the options. We're going to go like this and get the steel plates. And this will just keep building them until there's no resources left. Which our goal is to build rapidly. At the same time, that's the uranium in my inventory. We're going to grab the uranium, which now is going to last us for a really decent amount of time. Now, not as decent as you think, because if you go in our cockpit, we have 2 hours of fuel right now. That's because the refinery and the assemblers run at the same time. It's decent, but I mean, you can run all this 24/7. The good news is the iron is like 5 minutes at most of it, and the rest is uranium. Again, of course, by then we'll probably shut that. There's probably like 2 hours of work. There it is. It's lying. The uranium, or the iron's already done. There you go. So basically, you take the steel plates and you put them in your inventory, and then you go G, and then you can get the small or heavy armor blocks. So, and you just drag it to your bar, sorry, wrong bar, down to your bar here, and then you can start building on your ship. And it's just like basically playing Minecraft. Downside with this is those asteroids are so big and huge, so we're probably going to tear into a new one. We're going to have to be careful how we do this and place these. I'm thinking it'd probably be smart to build a wall here. I wonder how safe I am here, truly. I wonder if it would be just not smarter to build my base down here. I think that would be smarter, honestly. Start a station platform. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think disassembling and starting a station platform would be much more smarter than trying to reinforce that ship. Because I don't think that's going to take us too far. I wouldn't even go here because the asteroids might come peeking through here. Look at this. This is even weakened here. Ow. I just almost killed myself. Yeah, this is weakened. Like, just one asteroid would easily, or I should say meteor. I'm gonna get those mixed up a lot. Please forgive me. Could easily penetrate that. So that's why we're gonna want to be a little deeper into the core. Maybe somewhere like this, except not there. We had a nice spot a minute ago and I lost it, didn't I? Well, something here, you know. Nope. Is that the impact of the asteroids or meteors? I guess it was. Holy crap. There you go. Nope. Look at that. There's one right there. Like, it's peeking right through. It would come after us pretty decent. Here we go. I think I found one. Is the original one I found? I think this one would be the safest. I think this would be. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit G. We're going to do a new station block. Basically, the station block will be built like this. And there you go. And then you can build more armor blocks on it, etc. Station block is actually built with the normal blocks. At this point, I think it's not a bad idea to build with normal blocks. And then we can, on the outside later on, the walls and stuff, we can build it in the heavy armor. Because we want to be buried and we want to be safe as possible. Especially now we know what's coming for us. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the light blocks for now. And we can go ahead and just place these just like so. There you go. And I think they even bury themselves slightly in the rock, which is kind of cool. The asteroid. The actual asteroid, not the one I make up every minute here. There you go. And what you do is you weld these, and you'll see a progression bar there on the right, and it'll even tell you what the components are required to place in these. And it takes about 25 steel plates to build one of these. So we will have enough to make this little miniature platform. We'll need to get some more iron too to keep expanding it. But what we'll end up doing is I think we're going to go ahead and disassemble most of our ship and place it on here. Because I don't think we want to take the chance of trying to protect that. Plus I don't like the idea of using that ship to start with. I do like the platform idea more. Watch our ship be gone already. It's like, oops, made a mistake. So there you go. You can go on the back here and with the assembler. Grab some of that steel. There you go. Beautiful. And I like how it actually builds into the asteroid like that. That was a feature that we liked seeing on one of these stations, but you couldn't build like that, so we kind of requested it, and they sort of added it in. Now, you can't overly do it, but as far as I know, it works really well so far. So that's always a good thing. I mean, like, will it work on here? Actually, yeah, it does. Okay, I'm going to take that back. That's overly doing it, which is good. I like that. Makes it so you can build some nice things right in the asteroid. Now the station block itself, as you saw, could be placed really that way, but it looks like you can attach these pretty much right into the asteroid. So that's nice. I'm sure the very center of it or something is probably a mechanism to prevent going too far, but maybe not. To me, that's not a big deal anyways. So we're coming to a closing on this episode here, but before we finish, I'm going to try to finish this last couple blocks, and then we're going to heal up here. Because we took some health damage when we slammed into the side of the asteroid, and now we're getting the warning that our suit energy is running low as well, so we're going to want to fix that up too. So let's see if we can finish this. As you can see, my energy goes down quite fast when you're flying. Well, flying I don't even know as much, but it definitely goes down when you're welding and doing activities like mining and stuff, so you definitely want to watch out for that. At the same time, you want to be careful, because the second you run out of energy, you are alive, but you slowly lose health. And what will end up happening is you will be, like, if you're not into gravity, like, we're gravity here, so we're good, but if you weren't, you basically would die. Because you wouldn't be able to get back to your ship, you would just float away, and your arms would be squirming like a rat. So you can fill up your energy and health through this, or you can go ahead and use your terminal like this, and restore your energy. I think your health as well. I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to check. But at least your energy, and you can just like sort of AFK in here, relax. You know, you can hit K and look at your ship and stuff. You know, do other things rather than be restrained to holding down the key, which is kind of nice. So yeah, assembler. Yeah, we did get all the iron. That was all the iron we produced, which was a great amount of iron plates. Don't get me wrong. We did have 3 times refinery and 3 times assembly production rates or whatever, which I think was able to produce, I guess, 3 times the amount than we should have. But I guess it's a nice little feature. So if you were playing really hardcore, you would have gotten 3 times 3. Oh, look at the asteroids! They come in like a shower. My goodness, that's scary. That's really scary, honestly, watching them like fly by like that. Definitely reminds me of the end of the world. I'm not sure if they come from a certain direction or not. I almost feel like they do, but I can't promise you that. I don't know, like some of these could be impacts, but it's so hard to tell. I mean, we're on an asteroid to begin with, so it already has a lot of crater impacts and things like that. But you know, so far we're survived. You know, after that first encounter, and I think we will be able to keep moving on here. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully we do not get owned instantly. And this here, I think this was me smashing in. You remember when I was moving the ship left and right? That's what happened when I smashed it. So I took quite a bit of damage, but not enough to disable us in any way. But yeah, so we'll continue next time. So thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you soon.